Hello, hi, it's Alexander, and today I'm going to show you how to brush your hair correctly with UltraStrands. But first of all, I want to show you something. If you are wearing UltraStrands and you are brushing your hair with something like this is a definite no-no. This is what I call a brush with bubbles. And as you can see here, it's got these little white dots. These are what I call the bubbles. Now, this is not UltraStrand friendly. UltraStrand does not like brushes like this because of the potential of brushes like this to snag the volumizer. So if you're currently using a brush like this size, smaller, doesn't matter whether it's a mini brush or a larger brush, doesn't really matter. But if you're using a brush like this on your UltraStrands, what I suggest that you do right now is go and throw it in the bin. So you might ask, how do I brush my UltraStrands? So I'm going to show you exactly how you should brush your UltraStrands if you're wearing it. First of all, most of you will already know where your UltraStrand sits. So what you need to do is where the bonds are attached, you need to segregate that section of hair. Because when you do that, the section below is going to be just your own hair, and the section on top will be your own hair incorporated with the UltraStrands. So you can use your finger or you can use a fine comb just to go all the way through, all the way around the perimeter, separating your own natural hair from the section where the UltraStrand is installed. So this section on top is where UltraStrand is installed, and the section below has got no UltraStrands. What you want to do is put that section on top away so that it will allow you to work on the section below. You will brush your own natural hair in the way that you're used to brushing it. So in a downward position, backward strokes, however you brush your natural hair is what you're going to now do to your own hair, because there's no UltraStrands in this section. Obviously, you still want to be careful because 9 out of 10 times if you're wearing the UltraStrand solution, you've got fine or thinning hair. Once you've done that, now the next thing that you want to now do is you want to take the section of the hair that you have separated away, and you just want to go just above where the bonds are. It doesn't need to be that many inches above. I'd say about ½ an inch to an inch at maximum, above where the bonds are, and you just drop that section down all the way around. Drop the section down all the way around. As you can see, very quick movements. This does not take you more than 5 minutes to do. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before you go to bed. Separate the section of the hair on top. Now this section that you've just brought down is just sitting above where the bonds are, but what you want to do is you want to brush that in a downward position. Take your brush. Now you want to use a brush that has got what I call teeth that glide over and flexible teeth. So this is an example of a brush that's got flexible teeth. Usually tangle teasers work, or there's some Demon brushes that also work like that as well, so it will glide over. And the reason being is that when you put the brush on your hair, it glides through. So as you can see the direction that I'm using as well. I'm literally digging it in and pulling it out, digging and pulling it out, digging and pulling it out. And what this is also doing, it's helping to pull through any hair that's gone underneath. Now, if you're doing this on a regular basis, you're at the point where you don't have much hair going through. Now, if you're only doing this once a month, then you've already lost the boat. So I would say this has to be a daily ritual. This is what you do every morning and every evening before you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning. So it's 10 minutes of your time every day. The other thing that I want to say to you is that this is not the process when you've just washed your hair. There's going to be another video on when you've just washed your hair as to how you should brush it. This is your general daily routine that you do every day. So once you've brushed that, then you now can take this top section of your hair And you can now take this in larger portions, so they don't need to be as thin as we did in the first section. You can take larger portions, but the longer your hair is, the more portions you're going to take, because you don't want to take too much hair in one go. So you take a section, again, you can use your fingers or you can use a comb. It's entirely up to you. Now, what you're going to be doing here that's different is, rather than going downwards, which is what we did before, you're first of all going to go upwards. What this is doing is pulling through the hair that may have gone underneath, but it's also getting rid of any tangles, but it's making sure that you're actually brushing every bit of your hair. So you're pulling it up, a couple of strokes, and then you go down. Okay? Upwards first, and then you go down. You take another section of hair. Same thing. And one thing that you need to know is, when you're pulling your hair or when you're brushing your hair, always hold the section of the volumizer that you're not working with. Hold it with your other hand. Pull it through. Hold that. Up and then down. Very simple strokes you're doing here. It's not going to take you more than 5 minutes to do, but it's going to make all the difference. Again, just going to show you in the front so that you can see. Pulling the hair up. You've got to be gentle with these strokes. This is not about being harsh, it's about being gentle. Remember, you're working with your hair, and then pull it down. Same thing all over. Just keep doing that action. Up, you see? And then down. And then down. Up and down. Once you've done this, now you can brush your hair in any direction that you want to. And what you've got there is an evenly distributed brushing process, and all the hair has been brushed through. Now, the reason why you want to do that method is twofold. The first thing is that it ensures that you're actually brushing every piece of your hair. You're not just brushing the top section of your hair. The second reason is that when you have hair that's going underneath, because the hair does go underneath, it helps to pull that hair back through. Now, I don't know whether this has happened to you, but if you find that you've got your volumizer and on the top it's got a lot less hair than at the sides and the back, that is a sign that you're not brushing your hair the correct way. So we all know that volumizers will lose hair. The beauty about UltraStrands is that the hair can be added back in. But if you are working with the design where you find that your volumizer loses a lot more hair on top than it does at the sides and the back, it's because you're putting more pressure in that section. That's more than likely because you're brushing that section, you're working with that section, and you're not doing anything with the sides and the back, because the hair comes out based on the movement that you're doing and the manipulation that you have on the hair. And when you're not doing anything, it's not going to fall out. And I know that might sound like a great idea, but the thing is that you're more prone to tangles, you're more prone to your own hair condition not looking great, you're more prone to the volumizer not lasting the length of time that it should last. So I urge you, if you are not brushing your hair in this way, start today. If you're using the wrong brush, ditch the brush, get a better brush and start brushing your hair the correct way. And if you are brushing your hair as I've just explained, then well done. You're doing a great job. Continue what you're doing. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, just hit subscribe button and you'll get to see all our how-to videos, all the different things that we're going to be sharing with you. The next time I come on board, I'm going to be telling you exactly the different types of brushes that you can buy and the prices as well. If you're watching this on any other medium, then thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time. This has been Quick Tips.